This is a map of Pashtunistan that was made probably around 1950, just after the partition of British India into India and Pakistan. Hi, I'm Mark Giordano. This is Maps with Mark. Maps tell stories and they help us understand what's happening in the world today. Today we're going to be talking about the historical background of Pashtunistan, the geopolitics, and why a map like this matters today. We don't actually know the background of this map. The location of its publication isn't clear from the map. The date of its publication isn't clear from the map. The boundary line between Afghanistan and Pakistan was actually drawn by the British specifically to separate the Pashtun people into two separate countries so that they couldn't unite against British rule. One of the geopolitical backgrounds to this map is that once India and Pakistan were partitioned, Afghanistan had concerns about its own security next door, and one of the ways it thought it could help its own security was to encourage the Pashtun people that were now in Pakistan to form their own state. And for that reason, they helped create this map and create the idea of an independent Pashtunistan that didn't include the Pashtuns in Afghanistan, but just the Pashtuns in Pakistan. One of the reasons that Afghanistan may have wanted to promote an independent Pashtunistan out of Pakistani territory was that Afghanistan was afraid of a potential rivalry with Pakistan over power in South Asia. In the end, the idea of an independent Pashtunistan never happened, but the issue of there being Pashtuns on both sides of the Pakistan-Afghan border still lives with us today in contemporary geopolitics. Of course, there are a lot of things we could talk about after looking at this map, but one I'd really like to focus on is the idea of the nation state. In much of the post-colonial world, states were created based on colonial boundaries that had been left, and now a sense of national identity had to be developed. So instead of being nation states, they're really state nations. People sometimes may underestimate the challenges that post-colonial states had in not only creating governance structures to run the state, but also creating a sense of national identity amongst peoples who had previously not identified with that state. If you find this intriguing, you could use it to look at what's happening in Pakistan today, what's the nature of the Taliban in Afghanistan today, what's going on in Central Asia today. There's a lot that's wrapped up around what's portrayed on this map.